The preacher told the people of the power found in prayer, that the altar of salvation was for everybody there. A little girl sat in the front row, listening quietly. When he gave the invitation, she stood up from her seat. Her legs were bent and crippled, so she could not walk alone. The only strength that she could muster came from the crutches she leaned on. She stumbled and I helped her, so I was standing very near. Though I did not mean to listen, I could not help but hear. I thought she'd ask for healing or some other kind of help, a chance to run and play like other kids, or something special for herself. Instead, she asked for something to meet someone else's needs. It was something for her daddy that would last eternally. She laid her crutches on the altar where she knelt down to pray, asking God to save her daddy so he could go to heaven someday. I could not stop the teardrops that were falling from my eyes. The prayers of this little girl had touched my heart and changed my life. The last time that we saw her, it wasn't like the time before. Her soul had left for heaven, where she could run and hurt no more. The preacher told about her, how she had prayed unselfishly. And when her daddy heard this story, he stood up from his seat. He laid his crutches on the altar where his little girl had knelt down to pray, asking God to save her daddy so he could go to heaven someday. He could not stop those teardrops that were falling from his eyes. The prayers of his little girl had touched his heart and changed his life. My friend, come lay your crutches on the altar.